Hi there, this is Charlie at My Messy Fingers. I'm getting ready to make a new album and I failed to do the album build video, so I'm going to give you an instructional idea of how this came together. I'm sure as seasoned crafters you can put an album together, but just in case for that beginner, this album you're going to need 3 pieces of chipboard. Each piece of the chipboard is going to measure 10 across by 9 tall. And you're going to have a 1 7/8 of an inch spine. Now, when I'm putting my album pieces, my chipboard pieces together, I use a product called Tyvek. It's very resilient. It allows for the rough edges of your chipboard to glide over it, and then your cardstock can glide over this. So it's taking all the brunt here on the seam, and your paper is gliding over the Tyvek. So this is what I use. I'm sure you have your own method if you're a seasoned crafter. But I also do a 1/4 inch gusset in between each panel and the spine. That allows for a nice, easy, clean closure, and it doesn't bind up on itself because you're going to actually push in some of this paper so that it falls into that gusset. Now, when I get it all wrapped, it was 2 12 by 12 sheets. I cut the 2 down 1 inch because I didn't want a great big overhang up here at the top. So it ended up being 11 inches. I was able to fold over 1 inch on each of the ends, but to put this seam roughly in the middle and not near a gusset, it meant that I only had a 1/2 inch on each end here to fold over. But it's not going to be a big deal because we're going to take our pattern paper within 1/8 of an inch of the edge, so this will get covered up. And I'm not going to waste cardstock on this because it's going to get covered up. So this piece in the center actually measured 8 7/8 by 6 inches, and I taped it down solid really good so that these pieces stay together. And then these 2 page pieces, what I wrapped with is 65-pound cardstock, but the 2 page pieces are 100-pound cardstock in the same color plan. I wanted the sturdiness to handle the weight of the signatures that we're going to be adding to them. They measure 10 1/4 across by 7/8 in height, 8 7/8 in height, and I have a 5/8 of an inch gusset on each side. And then you end up with just a little over a hair of 5/8 remaining on this side here. This is to allow for the buildup of my signatures because I can go anywhere from 1/8 to a 1/4 inch buildup, and we want some room in here to handle that when these pages come together. So that is what I have here. There is a full video on a 10 by 9 album, but it has a 2.5 inch spine that you could actually do a full walkthrough through. Just keep in mind that you're going to cut the spine down to 1 7/8 of an inch. So if you go to my playlists, you will see one that's marked folios and albums, and in that playlist will be the full make step-by-step on a 10 by 9 album. But like I said, keep in mind it's got a 2.5 inch spine, and we're not going to go that big on this one. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here to answer your questions. I will see you in the next video.